You know you're a hard gainer. You put in all the work at the gym, start seeing those results, chest growing bigger, shoulders growing wider, triceps carved out. Then there's this. You realize you're struggling to grow those legs, and then you make a subconscious decision to never wear shorts. Well, in today's video, we'll be sharing all the tips to help you grow those stubborn legs as a hard gainer. First, let's tackle the myth that growing big, beefy legs is genetic. Although genetics do have some input to how your legs are structured, that's ultimately no excuse for skinny legs. You can still develop those skinny looking quads into beefy legs. Now, the first reason why your legs are not growing is you are not hitting those legs hard enough. This might have to do with your current workout. There's no doubt that if you are not putting enough resistance and progressively overloading to shock those quad muscles, your legs will struggle to grow. And I don't mean adding crazy amounts of weight, but getting into the 20 to 30 rep range instead of sticking to 3 sets of 10 with the same weight. This might mean changing your entire workout plan. For instance, most guys tend to focus on their upper body and save their last workout day of the week for legs. Well, even though that might work for others, but for some it will not, especially if you're a hard gainer. A typical workout program would look like this. Day 1, chest and triceps. Day 2, back. Day 3, shoulders and biceps, and finally legs for day 4. This program does work, no doubt, but if you know very well that you're struggling with those leg gains, then you need to hit them more often than this. So instead of hitting your legs once a week, you can choose to split your sessions into upper and lower body. This is how it would look like. You have day 1, upper body 1, day 2, lower body 1, day 3, upper body 2, and day 4, lower body 2. In this case, you'll be able to hit your legs twice a week instead of once. This is all because in order to fully engage those legs, you need to know what you're contracting and put enough contraction onto it. For instance, if you're doing Bulgarian split squats, instead of hitting fast-paced reps just to get it over and done with, slow down the movement and section out which muscles you'll be targeting the most. If you're targeting your glutes, then shift your weight over that working leg. If you're targeting your quads, then shift your knee a little bit over your toe. And with regular squats, instead of going through only a quarter of the movement, go through a full range of your allowable motion in order to fully stretch and engage those quad muscles. The aim is to feel a burn onto the muscle group you are targeting. It will indicate that you're putting muscle under tension and not just playing around with weight that's just heavy. The third reason is choosing the right combination of exercises. Picking out the correct exercise combinations for your leg workouts will help you target specific muscle groups that are behind as you'll be singling them out. You have the posterior chain, which are your glutes, hams, and calves. Then you have the interior chain, which are your quads. So instead of hitting squats, then moving over to leg press with the same leg positioning that targets your quads, then moving over to your leg extensions, notice how this routine sets a bias only to the quadriceps than your hams and calves. In order to ultimately avoid this, you need to understand this anatomy so you can choose exercises that will effectively target that muscle group. You have the quads, which are involved in knee extension. Your hamstrings and glutes can be trained by extending the hips and knees through exercises like Romanian deadlifts, leg curls, and hip thrusts, since it's connected to both the knees and hips, and the calves that can be trained through exercises like seated and standing calf raises, since they are responsible for ankle and foot extension. Keeping this in mind and understanding how these muscle groups work will help you be able to handpick exercises that will target specific muscle groups. Lastly, incorporate better sleep. Sleep is important as it allows your muscles room to recover. This is a crucial yet underrated 7 to 8 hour period that allows your muscles to grow. This can also be a distinguishing factor between someone with great legs and someone with skinny ones, and not entirely genetics, because while the other one is binge watching a series during late nights, the other one is sleeping. Hence they experience more results from their workouts. Basically, what lack of sleep does is that it affects your ability to metabolize glucose, meaning you'll get tired quicker at the gym since your energy levels are the ones that will be breaking down instead. Another thing that lack of sleep results into is a hormonal imbalance. Testosterone and IGF-1 are crucial muscle building anabolic hormones that are released in high amounts when sleeping. And when sleep gets affected, the release of these hormones slows down, which as a result affects muscle repair and muscle growth. Growing those legs is not entirely genetic, and to summarize what we have covered, these are the things you need to keep in check. Applying more volume on those legs by changing your workout plan to a proper structure. Contracting those muscle groups enough and understanding how they work. Rearrange workout framework by selecting a combination of exercises that will specifically target certain muscle groups. And making sure that you get a decent amount of sleep. Applying these methods will undoubtedly push your legs to grow. If you found this video helpful, do hit the like button as this genuinely helps us greatly. And if you haven't yet, then subscribe and hit the bell icon to remain posted when we release more content like this one to help you on your bodybuilding and weight loss journey. Thanks for watching. See you again on the next video.